WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Avery Cooper. Your stream co-sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm here in studio with Student Business Services Liaison at Capital Career Center, Robert Farrell, and Kincaid-South Fork Superintendent Chris Clark. Welcome to the program to you both.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Great to have you here for the first time, Robert.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Avery. And Mr. Clark, thanks for inviting me along today.
So tell me, what is the Capital Career Center?
Capital Area Career Center primarily is a career and tech ed center for juniors and seniors in high school. We serve 22 different high schools in the area, South Fork included. We have 19 different programs ranging from audio video production down to welding and pretty much anything in between. So students, whatever a student is interested in, we most likely have something that could get them down a career path.
How does this relate to Kincaid-South Fork?
It's really important. We want to provide as many opportunities for success as many kids as we can reach. Our population is one that might not everybody go to college. So again, if we can find a career path for them leading out of high school and give them a way to find success, it's really important. It's one of the best moves we've made in probably the last 2 years when we decided to join CACC, because we've only been a member now for 2 years. And it's one of the best investments we've made for kids.
So, and the way I understand it, this is a trade program that cooperates with other school districts in the area.
Yeah. I think it's made up of 13 districts. Robert can probably correct me on that if I'm wrong, but we all get together, put in money to make sure we can establish these programs. And I don't want to give it undercarriage by saying just trades program, because they have so much more. When you start thinking about trades, you start thinking about laborers, painters, builders, things like that. They're so much more advanced with computer things and all the different programs that they can offer for kids and they are consistently looking at all kind of different ways they can offer opportunities for kids.
Robert, what are some of those opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Mr. Clark mentioned, we do have a strong skilled trades program, like you would think, between building trades, welding, HVAC, auto mechanics. But about a quarter of our population is actually in our medical sector, our CNA, medical assistant, and EMT. As everyone knows, we have a strong medical community in Sangamon County, and they are always in need of employees. And we partner with the large hospitals in the area as well as small assisted living facilities in order to help them with some of their employment needs.
In your role as Student Business Services Liaison, what do you do?
Yeah, part of my role is I go out to all the schools, including South Fork, and I talk to students about all the opportunities available out at CACC. One of the great things about CA is we have programs that are a great precursor for a college education. We have other programs that'll set students up for a career right after high school, while all of our programs are great for exploration. We see it every day where students come out to us for the first time, and it really opens their eyes to maybe what they want to do with their life. In addition to that student services piece of talking to students, I do a lot of outreach with the business community, setting up our business partners that most of the time lead to job opportunities for our students.
Chris, what in the district's mind did you guys feel this is a need, right? I guess my better way to put it is, at what point did you realize that not everyone's going to 4-year colleges anymore? We need to be able to expand a program like CACC.
And I don't think it's necessarily 2 years ago we looked at this and said not everybody's going to college. When you look at the demographics of our area, throughout the years, there's not a lot of kids that go off and complete 4 years of education. So there's always been a need. When I was in school at South Fork, we had our own building trades, and a lot of people that I know, are in that field right now, building houses and all that. And heck, anybody tries to find somebody to help them with some construction, it's hard to do right now with anybody. And I think we're losing a lot of those people that know how to do those skills. So when we looked at it as a district, it was like, we're losing opportunity for kids here because, we don't offer them a whole heck of a lot. So what can we do for our kids, and what's the best thing? And, pairing with them was, like I said, the best decision we could make. And with it, we've had roughly just around 20 kids a year now. And when you're talking about juniors and seniors, that's a big population of ours. So kids are having that opportunity. And Robert, they also have the junior senior levels, but they also have adult programs up there some of the kids get exposed at the junior senior level, they can go on and earn certificates to actually be in a career right there at that facility and never go step foot in college, never have college debt, start off life in a great place.
I guess what I want to know, and this isn't really just as far as Kincaid-South Fork itself, right? But this is just about everywhere. What do you feel changed in the focus of my generation, where we were all told, go to a 4-year college, everything will be great, to now where there is a little bit of hesitation to tell kids to just go to a 4-year? What do you feel has changed?
Well, I never try to be political by any means, by nothing. But one of the biggest things you hear in political arguments now is, can we waive this college debt that these kids are having? I mean, it is so huge that kids get out, and you talk about the education side. A lot of people get into it because they love the field of education. You're graduating college with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt and getting into a job that might pay you $50,000 a year if you're lucky. You have 10 years of your life that you're working just to try to pay back 4 years of school. Eventually, at some point, not everybody is designed to go to college, and we need to start letting kids know. And somebody finally realized that, and we started losing tradespeople and getting into it. So somebody finally realized, hey, we need to start gearing them the other way. Because I would say I'm a firm transplant of that. I could have easily probably went to tradesway and worked. I don't know why I stayed in college 4 years and got a 4-year degree. I could have easily went the other way. I was lucky enough to be involved in programs that helped me pay for it, and programs that, like, the federal government paid off a lot of my school debt because I was a math and science teacher in a low poverty school. But we want kids to have success early on, so they can become productive members of society and working towards and building those futures and building families early on in our communities.
Allow me to answer my own question. $1.61 trillion, the total outstanding federal student loan debt. $1.61 trillion nationwide. Yeah, that would be a big reason why I think a lot of people are focusing on trades.
Well, and I would add, Avery, that I think it's a lot about messaging. Georgetown University predicts by 2030 that only about a third of jobs in the workforce will require a 4-year degree or higher. That really hasn't changed over the years. That's been pretty consistent. The rest of the jobs will be made up from people that need high-skilled certifications or associate's degree level certifications, things like that. So I think that's just coming to the forefront more in terms of the messaging from schools. So.
And, on a personal level for you, Robert, how do you enjoy your job? You like working with the kids? Or I suppose, what do you enjoy about it?
I love every bit about it. I mean, I really enjoy going out to the schools and promoting what we offer, because I see the impact that it has on students when they come out to us. We have a partnership with Caterpillar right now that our welding students, they complete the program with Caterpillar. They're going to come out at 18 years old making $23 an hour with no college debt. I love seeing those success stories. I love working with businesses and showing them what we can do to help with their shortage in employees, because as we all know, everybody across all industries are having trouble finding employees right now. I love being able to help out with that.
How would you characterize the transformation you see for a junior or senior coming into your program to when they finish whatever certification or program that they're in?
Well, first off, that light switch effect, you really see it in their eyes when they realize, hey, I can do this as a career, and it can be a viable option, and I can make a great living doing this. So, somebody comes in as a junior and has never welded before in their life, or never done anything in the medical field in their life, and then they graduate and they've got job opportunities available to them right then and there. Just an awesome thing to see.
And I want to butt in a little bit on that too, with what we see. Some of the kids we send up there have struggled through school because they are not the school setting kids. They go up there and it switches, man, because it's a work setting, man. They want to get on it. They want to be hands-on. They want to do the tools. So those are the kids that, man, it's so awesome to see, that have struggled through a regular, what we say school has to look like to something like that.
I'd imagine too, that's just a little bit too based on upbringing, to working a little bit more hands-on when they're growing up, rather than sticking in front of a book or something like that.
Sure. And I mean, there's different styles of learning.
Right.
I am a hands-on person. I want to see stuff visual. I want to work with it to feel where I'm at and everything. I've learned to do more out of reading and learning out of that style, but I mean, everybody has their own styles.
Let me reintroduce you both, and then we'll go to a break and continue our conversation. That's Kincaid-South Fork Superintendent Chris Clark here on the WTIM Morning Show. He's also here with Student Business Services Liaison at the Capital Ag Career Center, Robert Farrell. I'm your host, Avery Cooper, your stream, co-sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Avery Cooper. Your stream co-sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm here in studio with Kincaid-South Fork Superintendent Chris Clark and Student Business Services Liaison at Capital Ag Career Center, Robert Farrell. Real quickly here, Robert, tell me again what it is you do and what the Capital Ag Career Center is.
Absolutely. Cacc is a career and tech ed school for high school juniors and seniors primarily. We serve 22 different high schools in the area, programs from audio video production down to welding and everything in between. And we also have a handful of adult programs from CNA, LPN, HVAC, building trades, welding, and cosmetology as well.
A little bit of everything for anyone trying to explore a career.
Yeah, absolutely. We are a great place for exploration, specifically for our high school students. They come out and they can explore one program, they can explore two, and hopefully they find something that they really want to do for the rest of their life.
Chris, how long has Kincaid-South Fork been involved with CACC?
Back when I was in school, we didn't have the opportunity, but I know kids before us did. So it's been a long-going relationship where we could send kids up there. But just recently, in the past 2 years, we became an active member to where we're really going to make a commitment to it. So we are actually a member school, one of the 13 that regardless we send kids or not, we're part of the program.
Obviously, for say a junior who started maybe 2 years ago, you haven't seen the full results on a district level, but what do you hope kids come out of and take away from this program when they're all said and done?
Opportunities. As a small district, we struggle to offer opportunities. We hear people that leave our district saying we have to go to bigger schools because you don't provide opportunities for our kids, this and that. This is a way for us to multiply our opportunities that we can provide for kids. With those other 22 schools, we can say we offer the same things that they have towards a career and college readiness path. Some of the other fine arts and stuff like that, no, but technically side of it, we can, and it kind of levels the playing field for the opportunity for our kids. And if they want to become a welder, they're going to get the same opportunities that a kid in a Chatham Glenwood's going to get, or a lot bigger school. They can come out of it with those same backgrounds and opportunities for success.
I'd imagine too, you'd look forward to the opportunity to talk to one of these kids who've been through. Robert, have you had an opportunity to do that, to talk to some of the people that have gone through the program and come back?
Yeah, absolutely. They come back quite often, actually. They'll give us a call and let us know what's going on. We've had, just in the past week alone, I've talked with 2 students that have just joined their respective trade union that they're in. They come back. They like to tell us what's going on in their life and tell us the successes that they've had. We hear those all the time. And I would like to add what Mr. Clark said. That's the beauty of having CACC as a cooperative amongst multiple school districts, is these programs can be very expensive to run in terms of the equipment that's necessary to do them. So having that cooperation amongst multiple school districts allows all schools to offer these types of programs.
How does the cooperation work where, it allows different schools to have these different types of programs?
Well, basically, we're the 13 districts are the board. We sit down, we hire the program coordinator for the whole program, the director. She puts it in place. She does a fabulous job. And basically, all of us are together. We are the school board, the superintendents of it, that talk about it, that make decisions for it, that fund it and everything. So that's kind of how it runs, is it's an organization of 13 districts that come together to make rules and regulations and set policy, and we let the people that know what they're doing run it and do a great job of it.
What are some of the recognizable school districts, just a few of them that listeners may recognize?
Taylorville here is one of them for sure. As we go up, all your Springfield schools are public and private. You get more Sangamon County schools that are definitely involved. I know North Mac is.
Yep.
Auburn. Robert might be.
Yeah, we go as far west as Franklin, Waverly, New Berlin, Pleasant Plains. They all join us to the south. We go as far south as Raymond, Lincolnwood, and then up North Mac, Auburn area. Off to the east, we've got Riverton, Tri-City, down to Taylorville, South Fork, of course. So really anywhere within about 30 miles of Springfield City Center comes out to CACC.
Edinburgh does as well, awesome. Right here in the local area.
If someone wants to learn more about Capital Ag Career Center, where can they go?
Best thing to do, caccspringfield.org. They could also check us out on Facebook or Instagram. All that contact information is on any of those channels. We'd be happy to give them a call and give them more information.
Sure. And at the schools, go to your guidance counselors. Talk to them. They're the ones that communicate with Robert. He comes down to the school usually once a year if he can get down there to talk to kids. The schools have it set up for a person that's a liaison between them. So there's people out there definitely in the schools to help too.
That's Superintendent of Kincaid-South Fork, Chris Clark, and Student Business Services Liaison at Capital Ag Career Center, Robert Farrell. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Avery.
Thanks for having us, Avery.